Where are you from?
Paris, Texas.
And did you meet Tom in Paris?
Yes, I did. We went to high school together. They have a courthouse in the center of their square. So when we were deciding where we wanted to move, McKinney kind of reminded me of our hometown. So that's how we ended up in McKinney.
So
I would say we've been in the house we're in for 24 years. So we've been in McKinney a long time. I remember because I remember kind of by the elementary schools. There were like 5 elementary schools, and now we have, 24 schools in McKinney, 17 elementary schools. So we watched it grow a whole lot.
Oh, the numbers are bigger than that.
Yes.
There's 31 schools in McKinney.
Well, I guess I was thinking, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because there's a lot. I even lose track myself. We slowed down a little bit. Ever since I was little, I would we'd have school at my house, and so I'd make all the neighborhood kids come over, and we would have school. I had not completed my college degree, and I was substituting at Glen Oaks Elementary a lot. And Isaiah Joshua, who was one of the longtime principals there, he said, "You need to go back and get your degree, girl, because you are too good with kids." And I've always had a passion for that ever since I was at Texas Woman's University, and got my degree, and then started working for McKinney ISD, and it's been fun ever since.
And how long have you been with the ISD?
This will be 17 years. I actually have taught elementary school, middle school, and high school. I get very attached to my kids that are in my class, and so at one point I was beginning to get so sad because they were going to middle school and I was staying, and
so you just followed them.
So I just kind of, one group finally, they knew they were going to 6th grade, and we were opening, actually McKinney North High School opened as a middle school / high school. And so I went there and taught 6th grade, but I ended up teaching a lot of communication class, psychology, sociology. And the reason I taught those classes is because I became student council sponsor, cheerleader sponsor, helping with a lot of organizations with sponsorship type groups with the students. And when you have those, there's a lot of responsibility and time that goes with those. So. Friend that was looking for a job with the school district, and I said, well, you can go to the McKinney ISD website and look and see what job postings there are. And as I was looking through the postings for her, I saw something called Partners and Education Director, and the more I read it, I thought, that sounds just like me. I really felt like that was meant for me, and so I did interview, went through a series of interviews. Other people were interviewed, of course, and then I was hired for that position to start. In the classroom, one of the things I had begun to recognize is that we really needed to find a way to get more community members, more caring adults in front of our students. So one of the first programs that we started under our umbrella was the Reach Mentoring program that we have now, which is known to be probably the nation's largest school-based mentoring program that there is. So. Was
Reach your idea, or did you?
Yes, it was.
You, Nancy Cowlishaw?
I kept talking about how we needed to reach one child at a time, and that's how the Reach word came about. We started off probably the first year with about 60 students that were impacted by the program, about the same amount of mentors, and to what's grown today is there's approximately about 400 students that are impacted and probably about 360 mentors, because we do. I've always loved fashion and trendy apparel, but a lot of times it's not affordable for individuals to get. And so people say, oh, where did you get that? And I would tell them, and because I really search for the best price too, so I'd go on this hunt, for those types of things. And so what I wanted to do was try to offer a business that allowed ladies to dress trendy, fashionable, and feel good about themselves in what they're wearing and be able to afford those fashions. So I ended up forming what was called Fancy Nancy's apparel. This is kind of a big season right now before Christmas. Mm-hmm. And so we have a big cargo trailer. So sometimes Friday night after I get off work from MISD, and on Saturdays we're usually gone to some show and somewhere, and we're setting up and selling down there. My storefront is when I'm doing shows, and so I'm able to offer some of the same items at a price that's a little bit more maybe affordable. I work 5 days a week for the school district, and then we usually work every weekend.
And 6 days a week for
exactly. So at night, we're pricing and getting things in, or making flip flops, or so it's a good difference. It's fun. When we set up, it is like a store. We don't just pop up a table and put our inventory there. I do have a website. I carry my website through Shutterfly, so it's www.fancynancys.shutterfly.com. Ooh,
Okay.
The flies are out here.
That's what happens when you live out in the country.
Yeah, when you live in the country, those things happen. Yes. We have cows, we've had chickens, we've had goats. I've decided goats wasn't the thing for me. Sometimes goats can really smell, and I was always telling my husband, you got to go wash that goat.
If you think you have a story to tell, send me an email. But I have to tell you up front, it better be good.